Hi friend, welcome to Acre by the Water. My name is Krystle, and today I'm preserving my grocery haul. So this one here is the easiest thing ever. I think it's 3 kilograms of ground turkey, which is about 6 or 7 pounds, and I put them all in individual Ziploc freezer bag, and then I flatten them out. I clean them up a bit, and then I just put them in the freezer like that. Sometimes I'll cook like a bag or two as taco meat, and then I'll put them in the freezer, and I'll have already cooked taco meat for really quick and easy dinners. And next are these organic chicken breasts. My way of preserving them is I just, again, put them in Ziploc freezer bags. I think I have about 8 chicken breasts here. So I'll put 2 in each bags. And then I'll just create a very quick marinade, I guess I could say. I just put any seasonings in there. Most of the time I'll, well, definitely put olive oil. No, I don't think I put olive oil in these ones actually. I always put salt and pepper, of course, and smoked paprika and garlic powder. Those are pretty much what I put in everything. I think I made 2 kinds. So one was like more honey garlic kind of thing, and the other one was more like teriyaki, I guess, kind of thing with some Worcestershire sauce. I just make sure to remove a bit of excess fat on there. I don't really enjoy eating that. Don't forget to clean up. I'm very paranoid with chicken. I know I'm not the only one. So yeah, for this one, I think I made 2. Yeah. These ones are Worcestershire sauce. This is soy sauce, garlic powder, smoked paprika, and then salt and pepper. I'm really creating my own thing here. This is not a written recipe. I just added a dash of lemon juice, a bit of honey, and here I'm adding some homegrown organic oregano. So I don't really like following recipes that much. I don't know why. I just like putting things that I like, and if you put things that you like, well, you're gonna like the final result because, well, it's things that you like. It's kind of like a teriyaki kind of flavor. And here I just put Dijon mustard. This is smoked paprika, a bit of garlic powder. I put some honey also, and then some salt and pepper, of course. So this would be kind of like a honey mustard kind of flavored chicken. I think here I just added I just added the chipotle and a lot of pepper. I'm sneezing a lot here. I think I added Italian seasoning or basil. I'm not too sure. I keep sneezing. It makes me laugh. And then you just mix the whole thing. I think I added lemon juice also, by the way. You just mix the whole thing very well, and then you throw them in the freezer. And I usually take them out about 2 days before I make them, so that while they're thawing, they're also marinating in the fridge. So it's very convenient because preparing all of these in advance, well, you don't really have to think about about what you're gonna marinate your chicken in or think about the flavors. You just take them out, put them in the fridge, and then you just need to cook it. It's pretty easy and very convenient. And it makes it so that chicken is a bit less boring when you prepare it like that. And here I'm just marking approximately what I put in it just so that I make sure that it matches with what I'm cooking on that day. And I date them always also. Now here, this kind of preservation kind of seems obvious, but I buy this big jug of honey, the Kirkland brand from Costco, and I've had this harden up on me once, and it was a pain to try and boil it down and have it liquid again. So since that day, I just started putting my honey in smaller jars like this, and I can take a jar at a time out, and I don't mess up like the whole jug doesn't become sticky, and it's a lot easier if it hardens up to just take one jar and make it melt in on the stove. So yeah, it's just another way of preserving, although honey doesn't need preservation. And here I had bought some naan breads. I usually make my own, but I haven't found one that stays soft like the processed one. So unfortunately, I'm using the already made ones, but they make excellent pizzas. So what I like to do, I like to have already prepared frozen pizzas in the freezer just so that we don't gravitate towards calling delivery. We actually don't have pizza delivery services or any type of food delivery services where we live. We're too like in the woods. But I mean, when we're at our shop in the city, we work right beside a pizzeria. I don't know what it's called, a pizza place. So I don't like wasting money, and I like to eat as homemade as possible. So these are the easiest thing ever to make. You can make your own pizza dough, obviously your own naan breads and stuff like that. I just bought these because they were convenient. I just made the easiest and quickest pizza sauce ever with tomato sauce, and I put some oregano in there, and I don't remember what Italian seasoning probably in there. Maybe some thyme. I don't really remember. Just some Italian flavors. I added a bit of shredded cheese. This is old cheese, extra old cheese or something like that, and then a bit of mushrooms, a bit of olives, and some homemade sun-dried tomatoes. And these are all ready for the freezer. For the rest of the cheese, I just put it in the fridge, or sometimes when I have like a lot more extra, I'll shred it all up in advance and I'll put them in individual portions for the freezer. And whenever I want already shredded cheese, I can just pop a bag out. So it's another type of kind of preservation I like to do. And then the other thing I'm doing here, I'm actually preparing some little breakfasts for the freezer for easy mornings. These are actually going to be for English muffins. And we don't really eat a lot of meat here. We just eat poultry or fish. So I end up putting some sliced, what was it? Turkey, some sliced turkey, like for sandwiches in it. Honestly, these are so quick to do. It took about like maybe 10 minutes to cook all of the eggs and assemble everything. So you really don't have any excuse to stop at a drive-through and spend that money that you probably don't have, because we all don't have money right now. So it's very economical doing it this way, and also very convenient for when you're on your way to work and you don't have time to make a big breakfast. You can still eat pretty well. As you can see, I'm going back and forth cooking the eggs and slicing the cheese and opening the English muffins. Like when you do everything all at once like this, it's very quick. Like I said, I don't even think it took 10 minutes. Well, maybe it did, but not more than 10 minutes. It was really quick. I just seasoned the eggs with salt and pepper. Sometimes I find that when I freeze and thaw my breakfasts, they kind of lose, well, they don't lose taste, but I guess they don't taste as fresh. I'm not too sure. So whatever I'm trying to say is I just put a little bit more salt when I do something for the freezer, just because it makes flavors come out even more, and I feel like it just tastes better. This is extra old cheddar I just put on there, and like I said, this is organic sliced turkey. And then I just dropped the egg on there. I did let the eggs cool a bit. Well, not these last ones, but you can see it looks pretty warm still. But I did let the sandwiches completely cool before I wrapped them all up, just to make sure I don't have condensation in there. You could like not wrap them individually and just put them in a Ziploc freezer bag, but we like to pack them individually like this because I take like one or two out at a time, and I don't know, it's just more convenient like this for us. So this is all we ended up with. This took about, I think, 2 or 3 hours in total. So I don't think it's a very big sacrifice to have that many meals ready in your freezer. So we have about, I think, 10 frozen pizzas, I think 20 English muffins, and then 7 bags of ground meat already separated. I will probably take 1 or 2 bags out to prepare it like as taco meat and then freeze them up again. I'm not sure. And then we have 4 portions, well, 8 chickens already ready. And then all of this honey that is, I guess, preserved. You don't need to preserve honey, but it's just put in a way that is more convenient again. So I guess this video is just about convenience. But anyways, don't hesitate to share in the comments what are your convenient preservation methods. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.